Well, good morning. Today is Monday, June 26th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. And the theme for the month is dealing with disruptions. I could use these disruptions. I have too many disruptions, let me tell you. But today's subject is a surprising way to be more active. I just got back from a 1.25 mile walk. Yesterday I walked a mile. I upped it up a little bit, like by a 1/4 mile today. And so let's get with the subject here. That's neither here nor there what I did this morning. But I haven't shown you my weight in the last couple weeks. I went on vacation. I really enjoyed myself on my vacation. When I got back from vacation, I jumped right on the bandwagon of eating the way I wanted to eat. I somewhat stayed in control while I was on vacation, I thought. But I went almost like 25 days without weighing myself. And I got on the scale last Thursday. Monday's my usual weigh-in day, but I thought, no, I'm going to wait till today to weigh myself. And I thought, no, I just had a feeling. And if you remember, I was 249.9, just tinkering on getting into the clinking that clunker thing over. And I thought, no, I'm going to be really good on my vacation. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let's not delay it any longer. Let me show you exactly how much I weigh. And hang on. That's all I can say. Hang on, because I was shocked. I was shocked. But anyway, hey, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Here it goes. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my God. It's just like, I couldn't believe it when I got on the scale last Thursday. And first of all, when I had to clunk, when I say clunk, I have a doctor's scale. So every 50 pounds, you have to put this clunker, which I call it the clunker. Like you go from 150 to clunk it to 200, and then from 200 you clunk it to 250, and from 250 you clunk it to 300. And I was so not wanting to clunk it over to 250. And when I realized that I had to clunk it over to 250, and then you move the little number, 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 and then I ended up, I was 260.8. Not only did I skip right past the 50s, I went right into the 60s, and oh my gosh, that was a shock. That was the shock of all shocks. I cried. I actually cried. I was just so sad. And I'll be honest with you, I went and made myself a banana split because I had all the fixings in the house. I weighed, I saw the number, I was in denial. I made myself this massive banana split and ate it and cried the whole time I was eating it. And then as soon as I got done with it, I thought, put your big girl panties on, Sandy. You need to get back on track. You just need to get back on track. So I really tried to get back on track. And I really didn't. I did somewhat, because as you can see, I did lose a pound. I'm out of the 60s now. I'm back in the 50s, which I didn't want to be. So now I got to work really hard to get back, to put that clunker back over to the 200 mark. So that's, I just can't. So I did change my weigh-in day till Sundays. So I did weigh myself yesterday. So that's as of yesterday that I lost a pound. One of the reasons I did it on a Sunday was I wanted to start my week out fresh. Sunday is the fresh start of a week for anybody. It's the first day on the calendar of the week. So I thought, well, I'm still going to do my highlights on Mondays because that's just what I do. So it doesn't really matter neither here nor there. I might have lost a little bit more if I weighed myself today. But next week when I weigh myself on Sunday, it'll be a true true weight loss rather. So I know I only strive for a pound a week, and I don't want to set my goals too high, but I want to get firmly in the 50s, and I didn't ever think I wanted to ever say that, because it's in the past. It's in the past now. I owned up to the number. I was debating whether I was going to share the number, and I always tell you I like to be honest with my channel. I really try to be honest, and And one of the things is just to be honest with myself. I make excuses and I say, well, I don't know how much you weigh and blah, blah, blah and all that. But I just, I need to face the reality. When I went on my mile walk this morning and I huffed and puffed the whole time. I really just wanted to turn around and come home. But then I thought, no, just get to the halfway point. And then when I got to the halfway point, I thought, well, what difference does it make? Because I walk through my subdivision. So the way my subdivision is, when I get a half a mile, I could turn around and come back a half a mile, or I can continue on for the half a mile. And psychologically, it just does better for me to continue on rather than turn back. Because I'm no more turning back, no more looking back. If you followed me, you know how much weight I've lost in the past. I'm not going to bring the number up. Check out some of my other videos if you really are that determined to know, or just add. That's even better. Just add what I weighed today to what it was, and I'll let you know I was close to Wonderland. But I'm not going to tell you how close because I'm not going to dwell on that. But anyway, today's topic is a surprising way to be more active. Have trouble staying active when your usual routine gets thrown off? Totally normal. As humans, we love the path of least resistance. That's when science backed the idea of friction, and that's when, wait a minute, true to form. We love the path of least resistance. That's where a science-backed idea of friction comes in. Let us explain. Okay. We all know what friction is. It's just like something that goes against our everyday thinking, things that we allow to keep us from following our path. We make excuses, things like that. So they tell you to try this. Consider an activity you can do instead of being active. Consider an activity you do. I should probably just stop at this point. I just really should stop. No. Consider an activity you do instead of being active. Sleeping in, watching TV, scrolling for TikTok. Okay, I do all three of those. I usually in the morning naturally wake up. I go to bed about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3. I usually wake up naturally around 8, between 8 and 9. But then I lay in the bed until 10 or 10:30. Playing games on my phone, answering my comments, going on Facebook, going on Google News, reading my emails. When I could better serve myself by getting out of the bed, I can sit in a chair and do that and not be so lazy. I watch TV late at night. I could probably be doing some exercises. I mean, I know you shouldn't do too many exercises before you go to sleep, but I could go for a walk in the afternoon rather than watch TV. And like I said, scrolling TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but I do YouTube. I do Facebook. I do all of that stuff. So I could think of things differently I could do. So think about how your environment makes it easier for you to do that thing. You quickly press snooze and fall back asleep in a dark room. No, when I wake up, I just lay in bed. I just do, but that's something that might happen. The couch, pillows, and soft blanket always look so cozy. Definitely. And my phone is practically glued to me, and I open TikTok whenever I crave a break. My phone is always with me. It's like a joke in my family because, we don't have to bring our phone. Sandy's got her phone. I always have my phone with me. But I think that one of the reasons is because I make most of the decisions of the family. So if anything needs to be done, they got to get hold of me first. So maybe I make myself more important than I really am, but I just kind of think I'm a kind of an important niche in people's lives, and so I have my phone with me. And so then naturally, when I'm bored, when Jim and I go out to eat, Jim is not a talker. Jim is very quiet. We just sit and look at each other. So I bring out my phone, and I know other people think, oh, look at that couple over there. They're not even making conversation. Jim is one of these people that, you can ask him a question and you can give him a chance to give you a really detailed answer, and he'll come up with 3 words. Yet, if we're with another couple, you can't shut Jim up. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But brainstorm ways to make your behavior harder to do, then pick one and try it. I'll sleep with the curtains open to let in the morning light and plug my phone in across the room right next to my fitness clothes, walking shoes, and headphones. I do sleep with the window open, with the curtains open. We're at the back of the house, and so people can't, unless they're in my yard, they can't see into my room. I do get the eastern sun through my bedroom window, so that does tend to wake me up a little bit earlier in the summer, but that doesn't keep me from getting out of bed. I just kind of position the sheet in such a way that it's not blocking, it's not hitting my eyes. and play on my phone. But my phone is right next to me on the nightstand, just because if somebody has to get a hold of me during the night. But I do have now that I'm back walking again, I do have my clothes ready to go. They're just ready to go when I get up. Going for a walk after school drop-offs, gardening before dinner, Saturday yoga with a friend. Routines are magic for staying active. You don't have to put a lot of effort into deciding whether to do it or even when to do it. Just do it, which is true. Yesterday I talked Jim into walking with me, and so that was nice. And then I called my sister Denise, who I used to walk with all the time, but she's an early riser. She gets up like 6 or 7 in the morning, and she's out and about, ready to go. So I compromised with her that we would go at 8:30. So it's going to work out because my granddaughter has to go to summer school to make up one class that she didn't do very well in. And so her mother is a substitute teacher, or not, a summer school teacher. So she has a different schedule than Alyssa does. So I have to get up anyhow to bring Alyssa to school. And so I'll be up and ready to go. So I'll be walking every morning. And even, like when I was so dedicated with my walking, even when it was raining, I was walking. So I want to get back to that dedication again. Things change when that changes when something or someone interferes with your routine. So if you find yourself defaulting to whatever is in front of you, sleeping in after a late night instead of getting up and walking, or scrolling social media instead of finding a New York class to go on vacation, know that that's normal. It's always normal to find the easier path. It really is. It's just, I know for myself, it's easier just to say tomorrow I'm going to go for a walk and then not go for a walk. Make up some kind of an excuse. It was raining. It was too hot. The humidity was high. I didn't want to walk alone. All of that stuff. We can always come up with an excuse. So try to balance an excuse with something positive, like, well, I don't want to go, it's too hot. Well, it is kind of hot when you wait till 8:30, but why don't you go at 7 o'clock? Make it like a compromise. You got to do a little bit of compromise. It's always hackable. By making the sedentary behavior more difficult behavior, scientists call it adding friction. The active option becomes easier, setting you up for success. Does this mean you shouldn't ever sleep in or lounge on vacation? Of course not. Think of it this way: to interrupt the automatic and natural desire to do what's easiest and instead nudge you towards what you ultimately want to do, which is to stay active and to move towards your goals. If we're all perfectly honest with ourselves, we want to be more active. We do want to lose weight. We do want to be in better shape. We do. But a lot of times we just don't want to put that little extra effort into what it means that you have to do to get to that point. And I have to wrap my mind around that again. And once I get back into the routine of it, I know that I'll have no problems getting up and going for my walk. It'll just become part of my natural part of my day. Just like right now, laying in bed playing games on my phone is part of my natural part of starting the day. I just have to adjust my thought process. So 3 fast facts. Fuel is what behavioral scientists call anything that makes the behavior easier to do. I guess that's true. Number 2, friction is anything that makes the behavior more challenging to do. That is very true. And humans tend to do things that require the least amount of friction. We're always going to take the easier path. We're always going to look for a shortcut. Like if you're driving somewhere, like when we were on vacation, we look for shortcuts. We look for shortcuts to get to the place. Sometimes you want to take the long road to see the more beautiful scenery. Sometimes you just want to get there and just get on with it. And so I want to get on with it, and so I want to find the quickest, easiest path for me to get back to losing weight. And for me, the quickest, easiest path for me to do that is to get back walking, get back being more accountable to myself, and be more honest with myself, because I just not been honest with myself for the last couple of years. I have not weighed what I weighed today since 2017. So it's not like the weight came on all of a sudden. It just creeped on a little bit at a time, a little bit each time, each month, a little bit more. And I don't want to go any higher. I just don't. I don't want to get back to where I was. I just know that. So I am back on track. So I did have a 1 pound loss for a total of 44.4 pounds. I'm happy that I kept 44 pounds off, but I'm disappointed that I've gained so much back. So Anyway, how did you guys do? And I kind of messed this all up. I know I'm not used to getting up this early. This was really early for me. I still went to bed like at 2 o'clock last night, but I got up at 8 o'clock, which is 6 hours. I don't really require a lot of sleep, but between that and the walking and all that, I'm just kind of, I haven't even showered. You Mel that? What that Mel? My niece used to say that. She couldn't say S's. You Mel that? What that Mel? So we always say that all the time now. Anyway, hopefully you're doing better than I am, but I come back next week and see. I'm going to have at least a 2-pound loss next week. I know I'm going to have a 2-pound loss. So, but check me out on my daily vlog, see how I'm doing. I put up a vlog every day. I sing to you on your birthday. I sing to you on your anniversary. I share my day. I share my family. Share my life. And sometimes I'm a little bit too giving of myself, I guess. I don't have an edit button. I guess it's a nice polite way of saying it. I don't have an edit button. A lot of things I put on my channel, other people would say, "Ooh, can't believe you said that. You're saying what I'm thinking," or something like that. That's just who I am. But anyway, hopefully I see you back next week. Let me know how you did. Give me some suggestions on what I can do better. And like, comment, subscribe, and share. And hopefully I'll see you on my daily vlog. But definitely, I want to see you back here next week, next Monday. We'll all have a loss. How's that sound? Talk to you soon.